A civil suit has been brought against a rap artist recruited by Kanye West and others for the wrongful death of 2 of his crew members. YNW Melly, whose real name is Jamell Demons, also faces murder charges in a criminal court case over the killings of Anthony Williams and Christopher Thomas Jr. Police in Miramar, Florida say Demons killed the victims in October of 2018 and staged the crime to look like a drive-by shooting. Attorney John Phillips represents the families for the victim, Christopher Thomas Jr., in the civil suit. He joins us live to discuss the case. John,
hi, Brian.
First and foremost, thank you for coming here today and sharing your wisdom. Now, let's jump right into the questions. As I'm looking at this motion, you're literally going after everyone and their mother in this civil suit. Walk me through how the claim connects Jamie King, Demon's mother, and Jameson Francois, his manager.
Right. So as far as Jamie King goes, she had a bit of a battle of words, so to speak, before this happened with the other defendant, YNW Sack Chaser, and actually said she's got bigger guns than him. He's not going to intimidate her. And that allegedly led to the altercation. All of a sudden, Sack Chaser and Juvy, Chris Thomas Jr., are killed from within inside the car, not from a drive-by, from outside the car. And, you know, the question is, did Jamie King incite this? And then with everybody else, because it was staged, because the items from the murder, the gun, the broken glass, were all covered up and removed from the scene, then we've kind of expanded the circle because we were at the end of a statute of limitations with a criminal case that wasn't going anywhere fast because of COVID.
Now, I like the fact that you brought up that back and forth between Jamie King and what she's claiming is back and forth. When you hear that, if those claims that the decedent whose family you're representing, Mr. Thomas Jr., does have that kind of back and forth, do you feel that affects this case in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, it was Mr. Williams, YNW Sack Chaser, that had the back and forth with her, and she filmed a video. We have it where she basically said, "I've got bigger guns," and threatened him. And then if you fast forward past the shooting, a month after the shooting, Melly releases a video, according to the state attorney, saying, basically, "You never shut up, we got you." If you add those 2 videos together, and they're both what the state attorney says they are, sounds like to me you have a motive and an admission of a murder.
Gotcha. Now, let's go to what we're probably going to be anticipating on the back end of this, damages. In your motion, you, quote, say millions or tens of millions or more are the damages. I get that the jury decides the actual dollar amount, but what's the kind of thought process of putting that pen to paper and saying that amount or that unspecified amount?
You know, people get so confused, non-lawyers get so confused when we allege the statutory minimum. In Florida, the statutory minimum is 30. So we'll say, you know, damages exceed $30,000, and it's always, oh, they only want $30,000. And so we just kind of spelled it out that this is millions to tens of millions, depending upon how the facts work. Ultimately, that's up to a jury, but that's why we pled it as the way we pled it.
All right, last question, John. This is a pretty strong case, as I see it thus far. Is there anything about this case that maybe keeps you up at night and think, hey, I got to think of a strategy here?
The whole thing keeps me up at night. You know, these were all really good friends that wound up killing other good friends and covering it up. And it's disturbing. You know, we understand Melly has vibrant fans, but there's been death threats even of me. And we urge peace and justice. Like, it's going to take some time to get the criminal trial and the civil trial over with. But it's just, you know, we got to let justice take its course.
All right, John Phillips, I want to thank you very much for joining us here today, and best of luck with the upcoming case and civil suit.
Thank you.